It's William West Hopper from Queer4Cars, and we're here at the 2022 New York International Auto Show. And we're down at the lower level at the EV track. Now, of course, electrification is the big story these days. And you get to ride in electric cars here. You get to see a lot of electric cars. That's the new Kia EV6 that just went by. So you get to see a variety of interesting vehicles that are coming along. And up along here comes the new Vinfast. Now, Vinfast is a brand new brand that's coming from Vietnam. That's something that you're going to see, and that's another all-electric vehicle. Remember, when electric vehicles just meant Nissan's Leaf. There's a lot of electrified vehicles right now that are out on the market, just like that ID.4 from Volkswagen. So you get to a variety of manufacturers, have a lot of different vehicles, and each of those vehicles have their own personality. And if you haven't driven electric recently, or if you haven't driven an electric at all, you should really give it a try, because I think you're going to find that driving electric is as exhilarating as driving a gas-powered car or a diesel-powered car. You're going to have a lot of power and a lot of performance. Now, you're not going to have that old 5-speed manual transmission because everything's electric. It's basically an electric motor, like a fan. You know, you turn the fan on to low, high, or medium, whatever, and that's the speed you go. So give it a try, and we will touch base more with you from around here at the New York International Auto Show, April of 2022. So electrification with General Motors. Here we are in the Chevrolet booth. Now, the thing that we've noticed is that a lot of the car companies have their electric vehicles right up front, not Chevrolet. They have it sort of to the back of their booth. So you see their ICE cars up front, but in the back of the booth, you see their new Silverado electric, and of course their Bolt. And that's something that I think is interesting on GM's part. GM's not the leader right now in the electrification thing, though they had the Bolt way back when, and they had the Volt. They were one of the first ones to really bring electric vehicles to the general consumer. So it was kind of interesting to see that they're just laying back a little bit. We haven't seen a Hummer yet out here. That'll be something that we're going to look forward to seeing next. So this is where we are. General Motors' Chevrolet division. So General Motors has brought out the Silverado electric pickup, just like Ford has got its Lightning. So there are electric pickup trucks. And that is something that we're going to see more and more of, because Americans not only love their SUVs, but they love their pickups. So take a look behind us at the Silverado all-electric pickup from Chevrolet. So Subaru also has an electric vehicle, the Solterra. Now that is built up alongside of Toyota's vehicle. Now Toyota's already running out of electric vehicle credits, but Subaru has not. So if you're looking for a vehicle that you're going to get the electric vehicle credit on, think about the Solterra. Now, Subaru's location is a lot different than the other ones. It's like being in a national park. As a matter of fact, I'm on a screen right now here on the floor. I'm almost feeling like I'm moving. It's kind of interesting. So Subaru here at the New York International Auto Show, their booth is much like it has been over the last few years. It's being out in the wild, which is what Subaru wants you to think it is about. So thinking electric? Don't forget, Subaru makes this an electric vehicle.
Subaru Solterra isn't just adventurous, versatile, and safe. It's also our most environmentally friendly Subaru yet, with zero emissions and a fully rechargeable lithium-ion battery.
Here we are in the Volkswagen booth, and we have the ID Buzz behind us. This is the European model that's on display. Now, Volkswagen was well known for its Volkswagen Vanagon. Here it is electrified. So it'll join the ID.4 in Volkswagen's electrification lineup. The ID.4, of course, as we've just recently reviewed that, and then the real big story, of course, here in New York is the ID Buzz. ID Buzz is coming in. It's a big deal. We'll see when that actually comes to market. Probably comes to market faster than we think. So, electrification, Fiat. Do y'all remember the 500e that was thought of as a compliance vehicle? Well, guess what? They've got it on display here at the New York Auto Show. So maybe we're going to see more of this adorable little Italian electric running around, just like the 500 Fiat 500 anyway, that so many people have just loved, and we had a great video of it on our channel a few years ago. Now it's electric, and it was actually electric from day one. They did bring us some electric vehicles back in the early days to show it to us, but they were mostly sold in California, and a couple of them got around the country. So again, Fiat electrified here at the New York International Auto Show. So Chrysler, yes, even Chrysler has a concept here. Now we know that Jeep has the 4xEs out there, but we haven't seen a whole lot of electrification from Chrysler. Yes, Pacifica minivan has a hybrid vehicle, but here is the new Airflow from Chrysler. This is a concept all-electric vehicle you'll see coming to market in the not-so-distant future. Now, Chrysler Airflow, if you think back, maybe 50, 60 or more years ago, the Chrysler Airflow in the early part of the 20th century was the ultimate in elegance from Chrysler. So what's the real story about electrification here at the New York Auto Show? Well, it's the Korean auto manufacturers between the Ioniq 5 here from Hyundai and Kia's EV6, which are basically built on the same platform. These are the cars that are making the real story here. You're seeing them on display, but not many, but what you're really seeing is to see them out on the various tracks around the show. Yes, this show has road tracks inside, able to ride in cars that are being driven around tracks inside an auto show. That is something that you can do with electrification, and they're doing a lot of it here. They have a track up here for Hyundai at this level. They have a full EV track downstairs for a number of EVs, and of course outside is the Jeep Jamboree or the Jeep track event. So there's lots of track stuff to see, which is kind of cool. Hyundai Ioniq 5, that's really the big story here at this auto show, as it was at the Washington, D.C. auto show as well, because it really is that next step in real electric vehicles that real people can drive and real people will feel comfortable with. Price point is good, the amenities are excellent, and it's a vehicle that they'll understand. So this is the concept big block electric SUV. EV6 with their global mobility platform, which is what the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is also on. So you're going to see a lot of things that they're going to do with it. Kia still has other things going on, so they still got the Sportage. But EV6 is the electric brand, the electric vehicle. Notice that, look at those door handles that pop out like that. Again, that's for aerodynamics. And we're gonna be doing a review of one of these very, very soon. So you can hear the games there have a lot of the noises, the ICE engine noises on them. People want to hear that. So that's, Kia's doing amazing things. Actually, all of the Korean brands are doing a lot of good stuff. Yep, it's the EV6. You all remember when we were here in New York last spring when this was unveiled, and now it's out in dealers' showrooms. So again, part of what we're seeing here on electrification is the Korean car companies are making a move forward, and there's a reason for that. They've already been forward thinking in their battery production, so they're producing the whole cars now. So here we are with the EV6 on the Kia booth. So if you're checking out electric vehicles, come check the EV6 out. Again, this is one of the vehicles, like the Mach-E and the Hyundai Ioniq 5. This vehicle is going to make driving electric very comfortable for the masses. So Toyota's 2023 BZ4X is their new all-electric vehicle. If you think about it, Toyota was the originator of electric vehicles when they brought the hybrid Prius out more than 20 years ago. So if you're looking for a Toyota and you're looking for all-electric, you might want to think about this all-electric BZ4X. It's an SUV, it's a crossover, it's pretty much what consumers are looking to buy right now.
It's an exciting time here at Nissan, or should I say electric. So once again, please enjoy your time here at the show today and in the Nissan display. There's so many things to see and a number of interactive activities, including a scavenger hunt and selfie spots. Thank you all for your time and attention, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
So we had the Nissan Leaf for a while. This is the new Nissan Leaf. And now they've come up with the new Aria. Which has a 300-mile range. You know, this is sort of that, what's going on these days is that kind of big flat rear end, big hatch, very SUV styling like. So that's the Aria from Nissan. Vinfast, this is the brand new brand that you're going to see that's coming in from Vietnam, and it is has been launched here in the New York Auto Show. They have 3 models, the VF7, the VF9, and the VF8. We were at the Department of Energy with these guys a few weeks ago, and we got to see a couple of the models. And this is something they've just announced pricing. I have not looked at it yet. Very interesting product management. You know, it's not a legacy company at all. The company does a lot of other things, not unlike Mitsubishi in many ways. But the cars are going to be coming to market very, very soon. Here's the VF9, which is their full-size vehicle. And then there's the 7 over there. So what you're going to see on the inside is pretty basic. Look at the gear shift, center tablet. Nice interior fit touch. So Vinfast, that's the 8. So that is really the big story here at the New York Auto Show is this one, is Vinfast. So this is the Indy EV. This is a new brand. We saw this down on the floor yesterday that was driving around and we didn't know what it was. So independent electric vehicles, Indy EV. Another new startup. So that's it for us here at the 2022 New York International Auto Show. And yes, I've been wearing a mask. So, yep, the show is pretty cool. It's different than it has been in years past, but for sure, worth visiting. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and follow us here on our YouTube channel, and we'll look forward to talking to you on our next video.
Isn't just adventurous, versatile, and safe, it's also our most environmentally friendly Subaru again, with 0 emissions and a fully rechargeable lithium-ion battery. This EV SUV features DC fast charge capability and gets up to an 80% charge in less than an hour. Easy phone charging capability